you know that our country is prone to earthquake because it is part of the Pacific Ring of Fire? No one can predict when the earthquake will come. We have to be prepared because earthquakes might happen tomorrow, the next day, or next month. 3 months ago, there was a magnitude 6.6 earthquake that struck in Calatagan, Batangas. Other parts of Luzon, including Amadeo, the municipality where I live, felt the earthquake. I was watching Netflix when the earthquake happened. It was scary because it was quite long. We students and citizens of this country must be prepared for a disaster like an earthquake. According to a Philippine news agency's online article, 500,000 earthquakes occur every year, 100,000 earthquakes are felt, and 100 earthquakes cause damage. Imagine if a strong earthquake struck somewhere, how many people will survive if they are not prepared for this kind of disaster? An earthquake could kill so many people. As citizens, we will suffer if we are not prepared for a disaster like this. Here are the precautionary measures, or what you will do if you experience this kind of disaster. First, make a plan with your family on where you will meet after the earthquake and what are the hotlines that you can call in case of emergency. Second, prepare a first aid kit. You can use this if someone has an injury. And lastly, secure your things. Put all the things that are hanging on the wall in a box so that when the earthquake hits, they will not fall and break. Since you know what you are going to do before the earthquake, now let's find out what are the things you need to do during the earthquake. Stay calm and don't panic. Panicking will not help you. It will only cause you stress. Do the drop, cover, and hold on. When we were in school, we practiced this, the earthquake drill. It will help us to protect our head from any objects that might fall. If you are outdoors, stay in an open area and stay away from buildings, houses, and other infrastructures that might collapse. If you are driving, stop the car in a safe place where there are no buildings and stay inside the car until the earthquake stops. Now, let's talk about what you are going to do after the earthquake. First, check if the person you are with has an injury. Here, you can use the first aid kit if you see a person that has an injury. Second, do not enter a damaged house or other building. Damaged houses and buildings may collapse even after the earthquake. Third, you have to be prepared for an aftershock. Sometimes aftershocks are much stronger than the main quake. And lastly, listen to the news or radio so you can know where the affected areas are. There are also government agencies that can help you find information about a disaster like an earthquake. One of the agencies is PVOLCS. It is also known as the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology. They are the ones who monitor volcanoes, tsunamis, and earthquakes. You can visit their official websites where there are so many details about earthquakes. Another government agency that helps us when it comes to earthquake is NDRRMC, or the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. Just like PVOLCS, NDRRMC also updates us when there is an earthquake in our country. Also, they will message us about when and where the earthquake happened and the magnitude of it. In the beginning, I said that we must be prepared for a natural disaster like an earthquake. And that's true. We don't know when and where the earthquake will occur. But by being prepared and by following those precautionary measures that I've shared earlier, we can survive a disaster like an earthquake. I hope I help you with what you should do when there is an earthquake.